What is going on, everybody? Alex, I'm on your screen. We are hanging out here at the Navaro airport, chilling, getting ready to do some slide style practice. I have a little work in progress slide style demo machine here that I've been working with, and I'm not minding how it drives so far. But Santaku and Malte are here chilling. What's going on, guys? Sure, we are waiting for any other members of the slide style roster, along with some newcomers that may be joining us. It's our first open practice on this month's course. So I'm hanging on the tandem track now, but we are once some people get in here and we get started. Here's Ultimate. What's going on, buddy? Server's just under Alex. I didn't put it under slide style this time. Figured I'd leave it up there. Some people go on CarX and look for the, you know, they scroll to the T's looking for Twitch or TTV or whatever. So I left it under the usual Alex on your screen name. See if there's anybody else out there that wants to join in on some slide style action. But I figure what we're gonna do is it'll probably be just us at first, just the boys. So we'll do a little tandem action, hang out, talk about some setup and tuning stuff. And then when people start to show up, we'll head on over and do the solo course a little bit. There's Theory is here. Foxy's got a 180 out. Theory's got a Supra looking badass. Let's see how this thing drives. And I'll be right behind him. I'm still working on the gearing in this bad boy, but I'm pretty happy with this one so far. Doesn't want to transition very fast, so I still got some work to do. Ultimate says he's signing up for the comp. Hell yeah. Sign-ups are open if everybody wants to head on over to the Slide Style Discord. If you haven't already, the link is in there. Take you right to a Google form. You just gotta drop some intel in there for me real quick, so I can have the overlays prepared for qualifying. That thing drives pretty good there, Theory. I'm digging it. Foxy, I was a little bit far behind yours, so I'll ride with you here. I'll ride behind you though, because I'm still working on this thing. It does not tandem well. Of course, anybody that's hanging out, if you don't plan on participating in the slide style event, you can still get in the server and come hang out with us, come drift with the boys. Me and Foxy gonna switch spots here. Up. I grinded the rail. Yeah, I do not mind how this thing drives right here. Pretty happy with it. I love that body kit, Theory. That looks badass, man. It's not like me. I usually go for the extreme look with my cars. You guys know that, but I mean the 300 here. Let me get out to the sun so you can see it real good. There's Jay. I don't even have to look. I knew it. What's going on, bud? But yeah, I went with the more chill look on this one. Just kind of, it's got a little bit of its wide body to it, but honestly not much. It's just smooth, simple lines. But I definitely went for the race car vibe with no headlights, no tail lights. Well, I think I actually do. Does it have tail lights? Nope, black those out too. Well, it does have that one brake light on the back there, but Walker Tron, what's going on? And Wayne, this is what happened to the Batmobile. This is what has become of the Batmobile. I have figured out how you do the three-wheeling. Now, I haven't quite perfected it. I haven't, but I figured out what it takes to do it.
And I'm pretty happy with that. This one will do it a little bit. Let me see if, I mean, my 180 does it a little bit, but this one you can really tell. If you get a good momentum up, there you go. You can see that front wheel stop. It'll do it a little bit, but I can just tell the way it drives that I have, there you go. You see the front end bounce a little bit there. There you go. There was the left front coming up a touch. So I have discovered the secret as to how you do it. There it goes. Now it got some air. So now I just need to figure out A, how to make it more pronounced, and B, I need some body roll in it. But I've already got the rear sway bar at 0, so I'm gonna have to continue messing with some things. Well, Walker, welcome. I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Foxy says you want to see the CDS, VDS cars. Well, I mean, if you got them, bring them on. I'm guessing this is one of them here. There you go. I got your rotational energy back there, Theory. At the expense of myself, but we got you there. And Malte's in the room here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this guy turned out. I like my little testing livery too as well. Fun little ride though. I wish they could figure that out, Jay. It kills me, man. I hate it. It makes absolutely no sense. Foxy runs this course so wide, like I'm trying to stay behind him. Malte, that was perfect, dude. I might have been wrong about the gearing on this car. I think it's actually like perfect. And that's about the best run I think I've done of this course so far. Walker says we can see through your can. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the beer? That's true. Usually when I have like a Sprite or something like that, it's totally transparent. This is like a bluish kind of look. I was like, can? What can? I forgot I had this. This is from leftover from dinner. A little IPA action. VDP, what do you mean the tuning? I alternate between calling you Ultimate and VDP. I don't know why. Everybody else, I'm pretty set on what I refer to them as, but I bounce back and forth with your name. I feel like it's because I'm trying to get into the habit. I mean, A, from streaming, but B, from trying to do the casting and everything like that, is I try to use different words and phrases that mean the same thing. Trying to become like a human thesaurus, because it gets boring. I notice it a lot with doing slide style events is when somebody does something impressive, like I just use up every word, man. Good, great, awesome, impressive, technical, you know, whatever it may be. Like I run out of words real quick and I feel like I'm repeating myself. That's the only problem with practicing this line, that with it running back over itself, is it's really hard to do in a server like this because you can't just do it in circles because you'll run into the other people doing it. Ultimate, everything is on the, oh shit, Wayne. So it is COVID. That fucking blows, dude. How are you doing? Are you doing all right? Because I know the first time I had it, it wasn't the end of the world. And oh, whoever flashed their lights, Malte, dude, do not say sorry. I'm sitting here texting and driving, literally. I am not paying attention to what I'm doing at all. Unless that was you saying fuck off with your headlights. Or stop texting and driving. But anyway, Ultimate, everything. SLIDESTYLE Discord, that is where it's all at. It's in the regulations. All the car stuff is on the last page. But it is all in there. Yogi, what's going on, buddy? Malte, you are fine, dude. I was literally texting and driving. I'm over here reading the chat. Yeah, if you run into me because I stopped paying attention, that's my fault, not your fault. Yogi, how you doing, buddy? And Wayne, how are you feeling? I know you said you lost your taste and smell. I know the first time, because I've had COVID twice, unfortunately. I know the first time around, it wasn't like super bad, horrible. Yeah, I had a rough day, but the rest of it wasn't bad. But yeah, I couldn't taste or smell anything for like a month. And y'all know I love me like a Dr. Pepper. That's my soda or whatever. I love a Dr. Pepper. It is weird as shit. Potate, that car is fucking nasty looking. I love it. But having a Dr. Pepper that you look at the can, you know it's a Dr. Pepper, and you can't taste it, is weird. Because it still does the carbonated, you know, the fizzy. I didn't even try any, because obviously I didn't want to drink any alcohol while I was sick with COVID, because I don't want to make it worse or whatever. But so I didn't try anything like beer or whatever. But I mean, just yeah, Dr. Pepper was weird because it was just bubbly water, man. Oh, take that car looks so sick, dude. The cone is here. Yogi, you've been playing Wildlands. You got to play with Charlie. Charlie loves that, man. She loves her some Ghost Recon. The cone is here. What's going on, buddy? But yeah, this car doesn't drive half bad, man. I'm not minding it. I'm still overcooking that corner just a touch. I don't know if it's crossplay or not. I'd have to ask her about it. Or if DK's floating around, if he's lurking on us, he would know, because he played the shit out of that game too. But yeah, I was looking at cars that I wanted to make into SLIDESTYLE machines. See if my camera settings are still here. It does not look like they are. That is unfortunate. I thought they would save. Or maybe I have to... Yeah, I think I have to do that. Now go back. Now switch over. Then hit the camera. Now they're saved. All right, good. I can be lazy again. Hell yeah. Speaking of being lazy, let's get the... let's get some tunes playing here, man. Little Incubus to start it out. That'll work. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wayne. I gotta move that last camera. If I move that last camera, I'm golden. I just gotta figure out which one it is. This one. Camera 8. We'll move. We'll just move it up. We'll get it up into this corner. There we go. See if it works. Perfect timing. It's a beautiful thing. That's much better. Much better. All right, we've got our cameras set. Kevin, what's going on, buddy? No password. Just search up Alex on the US servers. You'll find us. Oh, I got to put my SLIDESTYLE practice graphic up. What's wrong with me, man? There we go. Usually, you know, I like my fancy animations, but when you just turn a source on and off, it just goes plop. It's all good. There you go, Jay. Jay's rocking the music there. These guys are rocking the SLIDESTYLE banners on these machines. They're looking awesome. I am quite happy with the setup. Ultimate's got his on there. And you know I love me some Betraying the Martyrs. That is my shit right there. Those guys are so good. But I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We are here rocking a little bit of SLIDESTYLE practice for this month's event here at Navaro. These guys are working the tandem line right now. We'll probably switch over to work on the solo qualifying line a little bit later, but honestly, it's really the same. There's not much difference to it. It just starts over in the tunnel. You make a big loop and then send it right back around. So that's really not anything we need to practice on stream. Plus, it's more fun to tandem. And really, I guess with the way the line is, you can practice it separately. So if guys wanted to go practice on the first, oh shit. Ultimate goes down in the tunnel. If guys wanted to go practice like the opening part and then slide right back around to where the start line is for this and then just kind of stop, I mean, they could always do that too. There's no limit to it.
Go Potate and Foxy are lined up. Potate on the chase. Unintended side effect of that second camera. Let me go fix that.
There we go. All right, that should probably be better there. I never get tired of Limp Bizkit. They're so stupid. Pote cutting it close on the inside line there. It was perfect though. I love that car, man. That thing looks so awesome. Love the colors. It's bright, it pops. There's been a lot of black and white cars here lately. Foxy, SLIDESTYLE Discord. You know I make the maps. That's all I got. I make the maps. I make them look pretty. They've got the dates on them. They got everything on them. It's all on that old SLIDESTYLE Discord. It's all in there. It's the same as the comp line. It just comes out of the tunnel and then you just make a big loop and then come around to right here where Theory and Ultimate and Potate are hanging out. Does Westmoreland not have a part in this song? Or have I just not been paying attention? It's a beautiful thing right there, man. Malta's going to hit his sign up for him. Guess that means he has landed on the ride that he wants. Theory lined up on the chase. Ultimate's got the lead here. Door to door there, coming through the tightest part of the course. About as perfect as can be. Taking the wide line here all the way out to the fence. This opening riff sounds like a Korn song, Jay. What do you think? Not like a Korn song, but it sounds like a Korn riff. Let me clarify that. Did it skip the other song? Why does this sound so much like a Korn song? No, this is that Betraying the Martyrs track. Why does this sound like a Korn song? Like, it's got the same vibe. It doesn't sound like them, but like if somebody tried to cover a Korn song, this is what it would sound like. There you go, Jay. Join the soundstage, man. You can turn the bot up. I was reading something about Betraying the Martyrs the other night. They have a new singer, screamer, singer, vocalist guy from when I listened to their like first couple albums that I like so much. This is a different guy. And he is fucking good, man. I need to look up live videos of them playing their old music with this guy doing the vocals. It's kind of like listening to Killswitch Engage. You hear like their first couple of album songs, but it's Howard singing. And it's just, it's so good. And it's cool that they ended up being cool with their original vocalist. I don't remember what all happened there. I don't think it was drama. I think it was just like stuff. You know, just timing. And I know they did a tour with both Howard and the original vocalist at the same time. And I can't imagine being like, because I'm not a super huge Killswitch fan, but can you imagine people that are huge Killswitch fans getting to go to a show like that? So cool. They're so good. Ultimate's tearing this line up here with this Mustang. There you go, Jay. Hell yeah. You want my multi-scale 7? I'll send it to you. I'm not, dude, this thing sits over there collecting dust. I haven't touched it in months. I think the last time I pulled that thing out was when I had it on stream because people were asking questions about it. But that thing is tuned up like an 8-string. You just don't have that extra, you know, you don't have to have the extra reach. I've already got long fingers, but a 7 is like perfect. An 8, I had an 8 for a little while, and it's just the neck is just too, it's like, it's this thick. So you're trying to get to the top strings in any type of articulation, it's just weird. The 7 is like perfect. These guys are absolutely burning this thing up, man. I think they're gonna line it back up, do it again here, or they just keep it rolling. There's corn. He's such a weird dude, the singer from Korn. It's weird, out of like all the metalcore, out of all the new metal bands that came out at that time, out of all the bands, Slipknot had the most normal like lead guy, considering what their gimmick was. Wayne, signups closed the day before qualifying.
So you can sign up all the way to that last practice session right before qualifying, because we close that practice down just for the guys that are signed up. So it's Wednesday night, Thursday morning, depending on how you look at it, right before qualifying. There's that old school Korn. It's like metal beatboxing. It's so sick. And like you can try to do it, but nobody can do it like he can, you know? Ultimate in Theory burning it up. Where is Wayne at, man? I'll do some runs with y'all since we're just chilling for the moment. Just made some hot wings? Hell yeah. Jack and Coke with the hot wings. You can't beat that, Yogi. That's a good night right there. I'm trying to come to Yogi's house. I'm trying to get some of what's in that picnic basket. You know I love some hot stuff, man. Give me some hot wings. I have over time become more of a rum and Coke guy though, over the Jack. If you run this line just the right way, you can do it without like head-on collisions. Like you cross over each other, but if it's timed right, you'll miss each other. This is the jam right here. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make this one. I'll try it. Oh, right through the middle. I couldn't keep the drift going though. That was so close. That was awesome. Foxy goes out so wide on that first turn. It's crazy.
Oh, I finally got that angle right. Sorry if I hit you, Fox, and you're lagging on me a little bit. Ah, so close. I'm pretty happy with how this thing drives, and I am digging the Wayne three-wheeling effect. I'll have to do some more work with that. You gotta let the lead car get the lead. I have noticed a new trend with some people. I don't know if it's just practice. I saw it a few times in the last event. The idea of the chase car rolling first doesn't mean you roll forward 3 inches and stop and then go again. It means you roll and it forces the lead car to get on the gas. They have to go. And then the chase car can accelerate to the inside and they go into the first turn together. I've noticed a lot of guys will roll forward and stop and then go, and it's just kind of an awkward, it's supposed to be a nice smooth transition. You like Theory and Ultimate there? Perfect. Ultimate gets to the outside and they send it. My bad, Theory. What's that? Wayne has colors on his car? I don't see a Wayne. I gotta go find a Wayne. Little purple to black fade there, and he's got his SLIDESTYLE banner on the top. That looks actually pretty dope. He's got a good start going there. I am digging the look there for sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the 300 here yet. This was always the Batmobile, so I am kind of digging the black base. I'll probably stick with that. But I want to do something a little different with it. I'm not sure what yet. There you go, Wayne. About as beautiful as you can do it right there. Scott, what's going on, buddy? Who sounds like Markiplier? Yogi! Stop it! We've talked about this. Man, thank you, bro. Scum is over here saying that It's Surge Tanking sounds like Markiplier. First of all, if anything, Markiplier sounds like Surge. Second of all, how do you not know the gloriousness that is System of a Down? At least this song. Consider that a Yogi Bear donation to your musical education, Skull. What's up, buddy? Yogi, you are too good to us, bro. But we love it and we appreciate it. Icy Kennison here. Burning down the line. Yogi, look, you done made me wreck. You know that. You made me grind the rail there. I want to see somebody do that and keep it going. I appreciate it, Yogi. Thank you. But oh, I never did switch the thing. I meant to switch the thing. I wonder if I could do that midstream. People would have to refresh probably to make it show the monthly. Anyway, Scum, what's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a little while. You gonna come get your drift on? Because I don't see your name in here. I need to see your name in here, my man. My bad, Potate. Now I want Markiplier to join System of a Down. I can't get the angle on that part right. I always screw it up. Granted, it is supposed to be the hardest part of the course, but... Damn, that was a lot of cars in one place at one time, not hitting each other. That was pretty cool. My bad, Malte. I can't get that part right with this car. I think the BRZ did it best. That Yogi's got me all flustered over here, man. Look at those guys who got the train rolling. Two servers? What do you mean two servers, Jay? There should only be one server, unless somebody went AFK, the one we did last night, and stayed there. The one that we're in is set on 110 since it's officially for slide style practice. Malte. I tried to like undercut and like get in behind you. Well, you are absolutely helping, Yogi. You always do, but it's like watering plants, man. You're keeping us watered. And it is growing and will always continue to grow. That is the game plan for certain. But you guys support, man. Y'all make it happen. Without that, I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff. Onyx. See him riding by. AJ is in here. What is this? Oh shit. Hold on. Little remix action here. This car somehow manages to carry too much speed. It doesn't have that forward bite though. I don't remember if we did the rear diff thing with this that we talked about last night. Wanted to make sure it's saved there. Sometimes it doesn't like to, so I like to do one piece at a time. We did not do that, so let's drop that in. I'm also going to drop the rear, go to 340. See what that does. All right, Wayne is correct. Chase Park's right here where I'm at. And the lead will roll up. Somebody here to hang out. Here comes Icy. I don't know if he can hear me, but he would roll up next to me on the left side here. See, I would start moving like this. And then that lead car would take the position away, and then we both kick into the first turn like so. Whoever's behind me, I'm so sorry. So that's weird that doing the rear diff thing with this car acts completely oppositely of the WRX. That makes this one it pushes through the drift instead of into it. Like it tries to make the radius of the turn bigger, not smaller. I don't know if I kind of anticipate it though. It's actually not bad. Ah.
Calculate, what's going on, my friend? Just search up Alex on the US servers. You can come hang out with us. This is a practice for this month's slide style event. If you're looking for more information, you see the graphic up there on top of the screen, but you can do !slide style in the chat. That'll get you the Discord link that has got everything you need to know about slide style. If you want to join in and be a part of a slide style event, you are more than welcome to. It is all about having fun. Consoles, PC, anybody can join in, any experience level, it doesn't matter, we're having fun. Azul, what's going on? Alex on the US servers is all you gotta look for, there's no password. Oh no, why? Why are you doing donuts in that spot? There we go. Thank you, Azul. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. This isn't the original like build of it. This is the slide style modified version. I used to go like super extra aggressive on like the car designs. I mean, I've still got the damn like oil cooler sticking out the front here, but it's my Twitch name. So just search, if you just search for Alex on the US servers, it'll pop up. Jay had mentioned something earlier about them being 2 of them. We're the one that's locked to 110 ADH. It'll have 10 people in it right now. But yeah, this is the slide style modified version of this car. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Oh, is Jay in? There he is. Look at this machine right here. Yo, I love the way you did the design on the hood, dude. That's badass. With the star over like the splatter shit, that's so cool, man. I need to put the OYS logo on the back window of my BRZ over here. I haven't done that yet. Hell yeah, man. I'm with you, Malte, whenever you're ready. Fuck! Is that... Fuck! Oh! And Demas comes in and follows for the first time, and they play that sound effect, and that's what they get, with no explanation as to why that is. What's going on? Welcome. Judah the Buddha, what's happening? Oh, I appreciate the follow from you as well. You guys are awesome, man. What is going on? We are in here rocking a little bit of a slide style practice session for this month's event. You guys can find out everything that there is that you could ever possibly need to know about slide style events by going to exclamation point, just typing exclamation point slide style. It'll take you to the official Discord where you can find all of the regulations, the course map for this month. You can find the photos and the videos of past events. It is all in there. And it is, if you want to participate, if you like drift competitions, but you hate when everybody takes the shit too serious, this is the spot for you. Because we get in, we have some fun. You don't have to have you don't have to have a wheel. You don't have to have any crazy mods or anything like that. Console can play, PC can play. Whenever they update the Switch version, you can play on that too. My bad, Wayne. Here goes Wayne with this thing hooked up on the speed. Oh, way to get it back down. Nice job. Yeah, this line crosses back over itself, so it's a little bit hard to practice with a whole lot of people at the same time, but it kind of makes it fun. It's like an obstacle course. Keeps you on your toes.
knows Azul just rode by us. There's Santaku. Judas says he feels like he's missing out. Well, do you have CarX online? Either on console or PC? Because if you do, you have found the best group of people to jump in a... There it is. Joshy, what's going on, buddy? But you have found the best server to join in and get the handle on the game with. We're hanging out listening to music. We got enough guys drifting. I need to stop driving and start watching.
Nice cock.
There it is. What's going on, Fire? And that's because it's the best, Josh. There we go. All right, that was a good run to get in as the last one. I'll go park this thing up and we'll watch some guys.
One eternity later.
Alte's parked up over here. Foxy's lining up, getting ready to run one. Wayne, what, everybody parked when I say I was going to watch everybody else? Well, Foxy's lining up, getting ready to roll here, so we'll watch from his point of view here. Josh, says, how do you like
surprise, motherfucker?
Zach, what's going on, buddy? You get in here and drift with us, man? You got to check out the new comp line. It is fun as hell, dude. Josh says, how do you like the new cars that got added? I have not done much with them, honestly. I checked them out. You know, wanted to see, because I'm most interested in the body kits and the customizability you have with each car versus the car itself. Because like I get excited over a car being in a game if it's like Forza or something like that, but for CarX it's all about what you can do with it. And it was pretty cool. I loved all the body kit options that they had for the Lamborghini. I was expecting it to not have many, and it had a few, so that was kind of cool. And they added a bunch of body kits and updated some things on the other cars as well with the update that I really enjoyed. They fixed a couple of instances where like you couldn't swap out like if you changed to a certain body kit, even if it didn't like change the wide body of the car, you couldn't use different side skirts and whatever. I noticed they fixed a couple of those. And they made a couple of, with certain body kits, you could like remove the fenders, but not with others. And they fixed that up as well. Judah, I don't know. I have no idea because I have not played the mobile version, so I do not know. I do know that CarX Street is going to have shared code between the PC and mobile versions, but I do not believe the current CarX, what is it, CarX Drift Racing 2 on mobile. I think that and Drift Racing Online are two completely different games, two totally different code bases. I think they share models. So like, because the Lamborghini the Huracan was already in mobile, I believe. So I'm pretty sure they share models, but I do not think they share a code base like the game engine. But I know CarX Street, both on mobile, PC, console, you name it, is running off the same code base. So they will be the same games. Which, if you haven't watched any of the preview beta videos or anything of CarX Street is this, just with a whole bunch of added features on an open world map, kind of like Need for Speed Underground 2. Or I've always said like Burnout Paradise, just with the customization and livery editor and everything of of this game. So I'm so stoked. I can't wait, man. I hope they come out with a PC beta soon. Oh, Josh, you got to check out the beta for CarX Streets Mobile. What'd you think of it? Was it fun? Potate in theory throwing it down. This right here, man, this is what you guys get to see if you come hang out, check out a slide style event. You get to see guys make runs like that, man. Malte and Jay chilling. Got their rallycross machines out, converted over to do some drifting. There's Yogi is in here. Well, check out Yogi's machine, man. That thing is looking sexy.
What good mac and cheese sounds like.
Azul says he's in a new ride. Let me check it out. Oh, he's in S15. That thing looks cool as hell, though. I like the way it looks, man. He's learning the line a little bit. Oh, nope, going the wrong way. Just try not to run into guys if you can help it, seeing as they're practicing for the competition this month. You are welcome to join in with the gang and follow them around and learn the line we're running. See if you want to check it out.
My love.
Hello there. How are you doing?
I'm good.
What you up to?
Just checking in, seeing what you guys are up to.
You are listening to music. These guys are sliding. I got the
Fuck!
Yes, hello, Wayne.
We are hanging out, jamming some music, watching these guys run the line, seeing what they're working on, seeing their new car builds. And it's basically like a giant ass drifting figure 8 race with the way the line is, so it's kind of been fun as hell to watch. Surprisingly, not a lot of crashes at the intersections, which has been impressive. Maybe we should run the comp like this. Run 2 pairings at one time, battling it out.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to watching Grays, but I just wanted to check in, see how you guys were doing.
All right, well, we are hanging out. You are welcome to come join if you get bored later.
Yeah, strangely enough, after like a year, I am still not on for CarX. We ran that shit into the ground.
Well, wait until CarX Street comes out. It's gonna probably be worse.
When that comes out, I'll play
Well,
that.
that's more of a racing element as well. And plus, you can just get in a car and drive. Like whatever we're doing, you can be on the server, but you can go off wherever the hell you want, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see. Josh says he would join, but his brother's playing God of War 3. God of War 3 was a good game, man. I bet the remastered version is pretty damn cool.
Oh man, it doesn't come out until September 8th.
Yeah, but I'm hoping
Jesus.
they drop a beta before that, because the mobile version already has a beta. Like, people have already been playing it. So I'm hoping a PC beta comes sometime in the next month or 2.
Well, I will add it to my wish list so that when it eventually goes on sale, I can get it.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Potate and, who is that? Cam Dino over there. Zach joins the lobby. Oh, hell, I beat God of War 3. I think I bought that the day it came out. Or when did that, what year was that? Did my parents buy that when it came out? But I remember getting it.
Stop it!
What?
God, I hate when he does that.
What?
Does that random fucking bark? It scares the shit out of me. Just sitting here focused on the screen. It's just a free jump scare.
There you go, Azul. Hell yeah, man. Isn't it fun, dude?
I do race control, but I have not learned a single comp life.
This one's a fun one. It has definitely been enjoyable, and it's also nice with the way it is. I could set up the cameras like this, so during practice sessions, I could just hang out, switch between cars, and listen to music and talk to guys. Azul says he's got the line. Let's see.
All right, well.
There he goes.
I'll be in here.
All right, baby.
Actually, I might switch from Grays to a little bit of horror game action. So,
Okay.
if for whatever reason you do hear me scream, I'm okay.
All right.
But I might jump back in a little later, guys. But yeah.
All right, baby. Love you.
I love you.
Alrighty.
Big ass little.
Shit. So that car looks badass, man. I love the pink on gray there. Hole number 29 on the side. Here comes Zach in the Miata. He's just drifting on the main line there. He's got to take an old look at the comp line and come check it out. It's a fun one. Fire, where are you at, buddy? You're not in here. Get a little drift action on. Azul's gonna bust out the RX-7. I think that's gonna be the next car I convert to the slide style type of build. Is gonna be the RX-7. Which I love the design I have on the RX-7, but I want to, I think I'm gonna change it up. Here we go. Theory, Foxy, Potate, Nile. See what these guys have got. Who said something about, somebody said something about team drifts a little while ago. How exactly does that work in a competitive setting? My bad, Yogi. I love how that car looks, man. Super freak. Bottomed out. I hit the wrong button. Oh, it's still got the screenshot anyway. That's good. There we go. I love the smoke in the background. I appreciate y'all doing that. I also love that they don't stop to get in the picture. They're like, here, let me give you all some smoke for some cool background effect. And they keep on moving. Here, Jay, I'll stay still for you unless you want me to move. We haven't taken a good selfie in a while, me and you. Let me know if you want the WRX, you know, for the show some four-door love. Meanwhile, I'll watch these guys. Oh, little collision there. Nothing wrong with that, Joshy. Oh, so the tandem groups would run together, Fire, is what you're saying? So they would run with their teammates. So then it's more similar to like solo. It's like solo qualifying. It's just they're doing a tandem together. Okay.
We need to put together an event to do like for New Year's that's like, because obviously like we always say slide styles about having fun, but there are prizes and things, you know, so there does have to be some structure to it. And of course there's championship points and everything like that. I'm still working on that, by the way. Harder than you'd think it would be. But let's see, what was I thinking there? But anyway, but it would be fun to have like a one-off event like before New Year's, like a team tandem thing, or I don't know, like some type of little event that a slide style like all stars thing, you know, like it's just a fun time for us all to get together and do something dumb. I don't know. Maybe we could do the ice track or something, and we could do like team tandems on the ice course. Have guys doing 360s and stuff. There's Zach rocking the Miata here. Uh-oh, did Malte's game crash? Oh, riding the rail, dude. That's why I love that part. It's so hard. There you go. Shipping container shortcut. Let me jump on over into the old WRX here. Hell yeah, so Yogi is good, man. All of these guys, all these slide style drivers. Except me. That's why I'm not a slide style driver. These guys are good as hell, man. Shit, Jay, you are just as good as everyone else. And also, everybody has different strengths and weaknesses, man. That's one thing I've noticed, because you got some guys are good with the low and slow. Some guys get a metric shitload of angle and can hold on to it. Some guys have got the speed, but they've got the control that goes with it. Some guys have that consistency, so they might not have any particular part of their run that like stands out necessarily, but every time they do their run, it's the exact same. Like they have that level of consistency in their driving, and that to me is the hardest thing to do. And then some guys are better at lead, some guys are better chasing. Yeah, this car just doesn't keep the speed that my other ones do. It's one of the best handling, though. It transitions really quick. I tried to take the inside line to catch up with these guys, but they held that momentum. There we go. All right, Josh, I got you. I just try to follow the username until I'm told otherwise, you know?
that's one thing I never noticed up until here recently with this latest update. My game is running under 60 frames now. And without reshade, like I can turn reshade off and it makes no difference. So I'll look in just a second. But I just started to notice some screen tearing and I was like, how the hell is there screen tearing? It's a fucking FreeSync monitor. But that's because I was probably getting like 30 frames. I'm kind of confused. And before I was running the game at 1440p. It's gonna make me restart if I do these. Nope, not gonna do that. I've noticed with some games, if you drop things from like ultra down to high, there's no visual difference. It's just the way that it renders things. Or that, or like Reshade does enough with the work that it's doing to kind of cover it up. So then you're rendering things and costing, you know, your video card without any visual difference. There's no point in it. But yeah, I can't even stay over 60 frames right now, and there's not even 16 people in here. My game might be in the middle of crashing. I can't. It's slowly going down further and further. I'm under 50 now. Nothing running in the background. That's not always running in the background when I stream. I restart everything right before I start streaming. And I've got my usual setup, which is actually a lot less than what it used to be now after I've been able to redo everything, which is nice. Let me, nothing additional. I hate when you click out of the game, it closes it though. Well, let me try something real quick. You guys hang out for a second. I'm gonna... Yeah, because I used to run the game on full ultra at 1440p, and it ran 120 frames, like, in a full server, and all, you know, all kinds of craziness going on. So something's weird, and I haven't really thought about it, so it's been since the last update. So here's what we'll do. Drop those down. Draw distance we'll put on high anyway because I'm running the Kino shadowing. Yeah, not shadowing, the fog. So we'll do that. We'll do that, see what that does. Restart the rendering engine. Yeah, even on the menu, I'm getting like 40 frames. Something's fucked up. So 50 cent here. Yeah, let me try restarting the game. Something is something's going a little crazy here. See what we get. My man says hot as a tea kettle. All right, back in here. It's only at like 70 frames right now. Let's see. Yeah, something's weird's going on here. turn reshade off, you only gain like 5 frames, which is exactly what you expect. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's all good. Maybe it has to do with, let's try this. The, reflections there. Ah, that seemed to help. Ah, that's what it was. The Kino reflections. I didn't realize they had that much of an impact. We'll go low. Yeah, we'll go low on that setting. And then with the combination of the other lowered settings, it should be all right, because it doesn't visually look any different. Oh, I ain't turning no smoke off. Well, because you also got to remember, I'm not worried about me driving. What this is the camera for a slide style event. So I have to have it looking like I want it to look for slide style. It wouldn't be much of a drift event. Well, at least it's staying over 60 now. It's not great, but I really don't even know if the reflections are worth it, because really, what the hell am I reflecting? I'm looking at the car kind of closer now. I'm not really seeing any reflections that make a damn difference. You know, it's not like I can see these, all right, whatever they're voting for, don't do that. Kind of streaming here, and I've got things configured to look a certain way. I don't need to have colors and such changing up, especially with my reshades set to be a certain way. But yeah, I might turn the real-time reflections off, because I'm not really seeing any benefit from that. I hadn't really paid any attention to it. I assumed it would just be better. I mean, just sitting right here, turning it on and off, nothing changes. A little bit of shading on the side of the plane. Now, the shadows is a major difference. Like, you can see the edges right around it. Here we go, not being able to see my cursor again. Hang on. There we go. Now you can see it. So you can see right right in this area here. Watch the shadow. Like, look at the edge of it. Now, through the stream, that actually probably looks better because it's like blurred because of the encoding and everything. But on my screen, it's like pixelated, and you can actually, it's like shaking looking. It looks like that, and it looks like shit. But as soon as you turn that on right there, boom, sharp, crisp edge on the shadow. So that shit is staying on 100%. All right, so let's watch. Who we got? Wayne and Foxy are going. Wayne on the lead there, so we'll switch over. Song is dope. This is a drifty song right here. Jay said he's found a spot. Zool, I'll check it out in a second. Where's Jay hanging out? Nice. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Jay is in the perfect spot. His car is the cameraman up here. Carbon hood looks good to me. I like the yellow on the RX-7 too. Yeah, the game is running much happier now without those reflections. I really don't see what, I mean, what really is there to reflect at the end of the day? Maybe a little bit off the glass, but through all the smoke and everything, you're really not going to see it, you know? And it reflects the skybox when you're here, so I mean, you're not really... So you don't catch the top edges of the shipping containers in the reflection, you know, like, big deal. Hey, if Potate calls for a vote, then we're gonna trust it, so go on ahead and vote yes on that for me. Go Foxy and Potato will run one here. I love that 180 the Potate's rocking here. And now that with it having that front end on it, I totally see the it being a, what is it, the hatchback S13. I get it now. Damn, my game calmed right on down. I'm running like 150 frames now. Domo, what's going on? Jay says he's flying now. Where's Jay? Ah! Jay's chilling on the plane. No password, Domo. Just jump in here, man. Search up Alex on the US servers. You'll find us. Do a little slide style practice. Guys are running the comp line, having a fun time with it. Jay is sitting on an airplane. Malte's like, hell yeah, I'll do one with you. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. In all the smoke and craziness and all the cars on stream, I'm still at 100 frames. So yeah, we have the reflections through Kino, while beautiful, are definitely a major performance hit. Ah, I got stuck. Good run, boys. Get a proper lead from Malte this time. Here we go. Oh, I missed a shift. Now I'm off rhythm. No. Oh, we almost like perfectly split Foxy there. Yeah, man, once you get off your rhythm with your shifts and everything like that, it like screws your whole run up. I just saw Jay out the corner of my eye. That's a beautiful thing right there. Oh, is he sliding off the back of it? It looks like a little bit. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. This is the spot right here. This is where you want to hang out. This is still the machine right here. This car is too damn good. Oh, Wayne's game crashed again. Oh boy. But everybody's stuff is looking good, man. Is anybody there's fire. One little fun thing that we did last night through discussing some different tuning changes and things like that with cars. We found how there's a more profound effect that the rear diff lock, or unlock for that matter, that has a more profound effect on a drifting car than you would think. And the more I thought about it last night, the more it kind of started to make sense. Now, how it happens in the game doesn't make any damn sense to me, but how it could drastically affect the way the car drives, because you're controlling the radius of the slide that you're in with the rear end of the car and your throttle control and everything like that. Obviously, momentum and the angle that you start on are a big part of it, but keeping those rear tires spinning, controlling the horsepower going to the rear wheels makes a big difference. But then you've got your rear diff, which is going to change how much wheel spin is on either side depending on the weight distribution of the car. And that's the part that didn't quite click last night during the stream that I get now, because the little experiment that we did, since we're all just hanging out, I'll show you. The little experiment we did, which obviously this applies see if the car will do it. It doesn't want to. Well, it's because I don't have it locked right now, but or unlocked. So, So if I set the diff lock to 0, damn it, I hate when that doesn't save. There we go. Set the diff lock to 0. Let's try this with one mo again. All right, so we get the car and it comes to a stop, right? So the way we're sitting, Swervo, what's going on? Just search up Alex in the US servers, you'll find us. So as I've got this thing in reverse, you see how my right rear Even though I'm spun up here in my engine, my right rear is not moving, correct? It's trying to, but it's sticking. But you come to this side, this guy's freewheeling. So that's exactly what a rear differential does, is it allow, and you can look up YouTube videos. I know what a rear diff is. But if you look up videos on it, you can get a good explanation. But in the game, this is a great visual way to represent. But it got me to thinking about US servers, not European servers, US servers. Exactly. Exactly. But anyway, of how it applies in a drifting sense, because the first thing that came up when because me and Wayne were in the server, I forget who it was that brought it up and said to unlock the rear to make the car run, or at least appear to run faster, or like have the feeling of have that more forward bite. Fuck, man, they gotta fix this mod. Either have it work or don't give it to me. Oh my God. You serious? Come on, dude. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I don't remember who was in here with us, but mine and Wayne's first thought was both rear wheels are just, you know, there's no traction, they're both free spinning anyway. What would be the use of that? But the more I thought about it last night, and just like in a regular grip application, like on your car in your driveway, when you're turning, you know, the radius of your turn, one wheel is not going to be able to turn as fast as the other one, and that's done through friction. So it's trying to turn faster and it can't, and the diff handles it. You know, it's just physics. It's how it's designed. With the drifting, it's obviously being given the horsepower and it's spinning, but that differential in how hard it's spinning is going to come from the weight transfer and the body roll and how the car is sitting on an angle, and just the setup of the vehicle itself is going to affect which rear wheel is spinning faster, which is actually going to come out the opposite effect is what you would have on a regular car under grip, is the outside tire is going to spin slower with an unlocked diff than the inside one, which, depending on the angle you have in your front steering suspension setup, is going to change how the car turns. So now how that's going to apply to the setup of your car, that part I can't help you with, but that is all the information that I have for you on that. But that was all kind of not news to me, because like I said, I know how a differential works, but how it works in a drifting sense. Shit. It's got a Skrillex vibe to it. Is this a Skrillex song? It's like those one-shot female vocal samples that gets me, that makes it sound like Skrillex. My bad, Swervo. What's going on, buddy? Loving that ride. That thing looks sick. This is very Skrillexy feeling. mean that in a good way. There's the old Challenger. Doesn't say just married on the back window or nothing. What are you doing, man? I can't believe Tracy's letting that slide. Ah, get it? Let it slide. There it is. There it is. Yogi getting that door too. Fuck you, Wayne, and Charlie, all of y'all, right here. My jokes are funny, damn it. I am hilarious. I'm so funny. Ha ha ha. All right, Theory and Potate, here you go. Speaking of slide style, you want to see what a slide style event's going to look like. These two guys right here will show you. Three guys. Wayne bringing up the rear. Sounds about right. This is what it's like right here, man. These guys get after it.
Match each other angle for angle. Some of the best drivers, man. And we've got them. Look at that, grinding the rail. When you ever seen a car do a skateboard grind? Only in slide style, baby.
Your little synth right there. That's got a Hotline Miami vibe to it on this part. There's Yogi and Potate burning it down. So let me get a little feedback. How are you guys feeling? What do y'all think about the line? What do y'all think about slide style this month, the comp? What do you think about hell, I don't know, the sign up form, the Discord? What do y'all, how are we feeling? What did we digging the line? Is it too much? Too little? Mustang boys right here in front of me. Jay, I feel you on the not being able to control my car part. Keep finding myself either falling in the pit of doom over here, or catching the inside of my nose on one of the edges of the shipping containers. That was a pretty decent run there, though. I was happy with that one. Zach's stuck under the airplane. Ah, rain. He said splat.
Fuck you!
He was so quick on that one, man. My bad, Malte. I don't have a keybind to flash my lights like y'all do. Putting on a show right here in front of us in these Mustangs, man. Oh, hell yeah, Malte, I'll take it. Oh, Curious Merc, my bad, dude. I just saw, I'm missing your stuff. What's going on, man? Just search up Alex on the US servers and you will find us. And then Charlie is correct. Head on over to !SLIDESTYLE to find out what it is we're doing. We're practicing for this month's SLIDESTYLE competition. All right, Yogi, we got you. Shells, what is going on? I don't know if you got here right after I was explaining to Curious Merc up there, but I was saying this is a practice event. It's an open practice. Anybody is welcome to join, but it's for SLIDESTYLE events. You can do !SLIDESTYLE in the chat to get you the link to the Discord to find out what we're all about, how to tune these rides up, get them into spec, and how you can participate and hang out. It's always a fun time. But these machines are running 110s. Going for a FD style of drift competition here. So we've got the horsepower, we've got the grip. These guys bring it. You can see Theory and Malte here, the Mustang brothers, burning it up. This right here, this is what SLIDESTYLE is all about, is what you're looking at right here on your screen. Well, for those of you just joining us, man, SLIDESTYLE is all about having fun and letting people join in on a drift competition, but it's not all serious and crazy. You don't need a PC, gaming PC with a wheel. You don't need all these crazy mods. We play right on the stock game, consoles, PC, everybody can play together. It's all about fairness and having fun and getting to do super badass stuff like these guys are getting to do right here. And then qualifying and our bracket competitions, they're all fully fan voted here on Twitch, so there are no judges, there's no favoritism, there's nothing like that. Damn right, Wayne. Wayne says no sign-up fees. It costs you, it takes you absolutely nothing. If you already have CarX, you can already join SLIDESTYLE. That's all you need. Here we go with my nose itching again like it did last night. We'll roll the chair on over here.
That's what good mac and cheese sounds like.
That was the sound effect remix right there, wasn't it?
Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh! Fuck you!
Yogi with the timing. But yep, if you own CarX Drift Racing Online on any system, except for Switch because they're behind on an update, but as soon as they get updated on any system. But no, Charlie, why are you giving out bad info? No. You do not have to join Discord to join the lobby. It is an open practice. The first 2 Fridays of every month are an open practice. Everybody's free to jump in and ride with us. Just search up Alex on the US servers and you will find us. Charlie's over here giving out fake news. I'm messing with you, baby. You're fine. I'm giving her a hard time, Shells. She's sitting in the other room. That's Charlie is race control for our events. We would not be able to get SLIDESTYLE event done at all if it were not for her. She does an incredible job of telling everybody where they need to go, where they need to park, when it's their turn to go. She does that.
Help. Rude.
Over there getting fake news. It's fake news.
But either way, you should join the Discord.
You should.
Because you kind of need it if you want to, you know, participate in the comp. But
Booga, booga, booga.
booga, booga, booga.
Did somebody say boo?
Stop saying penis. Penis. Fuck.
Penis.
But
Yes.
the SLIDESTYLE Discord is where it's at, man. That's where you can find all the information on everything. There's all kinds of cool shit in there too. Screenshots from past events. Of course, you can watch the videos of past events. The YouTube videos for this past month's event are up. Minor technical difficulties. We had some issues with the replay. I looked at having that sorted by this time. I said that last time, but this time was a different problem that didn't rear its head until right in the middle of the event, unfortunately. But next time, that should be out of the way. I've got a little trick up my sleeve I'm gonna try to do this time. I don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Okay. Well, I did something for that, so fine.
All right. Well, I appreciate your help, though. Thank you for keeping an eye on chat for me.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Shells, you're all good, man. We are chilling, bro. We are. Hey, this is what we do, man. We're listening to music, we're vibing. It is all good. We're hanging out. And as much as we want you to, watch the stream, if you would like to, you can go to the Alex on your screen Discord, which you can find at !Discord. They're two different. We have two different ones. But
wait for me to leave to do that, to say the line. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yogi did do that. Damn, Yogi. I haven't cut a Macho Man. That completely clipped out. We got none of that. I gotta do a Macho Man promo right now. I can do a Macho Man promo right now. Let me finish telling Shells, though. If you want to, if you don't want to listen to the music and or...
I ain't gonna never stop
loving you, bitch. If you don't want to listen to the music and or sound effects while you're drifting and you just want to, well, I guess just hear me, maybe it's a bad idea. But if you head on over to the Alex on your screen Discord, which you can find at !Discord, that you can jump right into the sound stage. You can hear me live, or you can control the volume. If the music is annoying you, it's too loud, but you don't want to miss what we're talking about, or maybe a song you like comes on, you can control the volume through the bot in Discord. So that's always a fun little feature. And Yogi Bear has requested that I come in with the Macho Man promo. Or not a promo, I just have to be Macho Man, but the Macho Man has got to talk a promo. Oh yeah! What song is this? There you go, Shells. All right, we've been watching Theory for a while. Who else can we watch? There's Curious Merc, makes it in the server. He's gonna join in on the comp line here in a Charger. Okay, hell yeah. Here's Shells over here. He's way off in the distance, though. We'll wait till he gets in the line here, since our cameras are kind of locked in place. We got Theory right in the middle of the Mustang group here. Mustang and a Charger. It's the muscle car group here. Ooh, but in the meantime, yeah, see, the Yogi Bear has come here with this picnic basket. Yeah, and he's requested that the Macho Man make an appearance on the stream. Oh, yeah.
I just realized I need to take out a headphone so I can hear myself while I'm doing the Macho Man. Yeah, or else I might get the stick wrong. See, I don't want to get it all wrong. I want to get it right. See, the Macho Man, yeah, he's the cream of the crop. It'll always rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
It is impressive how much that hurts your throat when you do. Got the boys chilling over here.
Oh, see, you got all that horsepower in one location. Yeah, see, something bad is gonna happen. There could be an explosion. Oh, yeah. See, when you bring together the superpowers of the Hulkster and, oh, the Macho Madness. Yeah, see, it all comes together real close. Yeah, and then boom, there's a powerful explosion and you just can't contain it. Oh, yeah. And then your vocal cords come together and they explode too, and then you can't talk at all anymore ever again. Or you become the Macho Man for the rest of forever.
I need the hat and the sunglasses is what I need. Oh, it's Yogi, I do it to myself. He says hydrate, he says fix it. You got a water, he's like, I saw your water bottle, just fix that shit. I've got you. Charlie dropping all the commands in the chat here. I always do that, man. Always misjudge the location of the front of the car. Well, I appreciate that, Yogi. And my throat appreciates it too. Up ahead, shells up, running all up on the side of your car. Got the nice paint job going on. I'm scratching it all up. I love how you're all good. I saw you coming and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna reset. I said, I'm just gonna body slam the shit out this boy right here. Oh, Potate's got the Royal Purple machine out here. Oh, wrong gear, my bad. Watch it, Wayne. Y'all go get me in trouble. Why did, okay, my car just like completely froze up there on the transition. Shells, were you saying earlier that you're used to running on 90s? Potate, I'm making it like impossible to follow me. I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys that run go for the old low and slow drift in there, Shells, but we like I was saying earlier, we go for the kind of like the FD style with the horsepower, grip, and everything, you know. So that was kind of the idea. This car manages to be slow even on 110s. I still don't know how the hell that's working out. My bad there, Merc. I'm trying. Yeah, you come to the guy streaming CarX and you think he can drive. That is incorrect. He cannot.
Did somebody say boom?
There it is. I just run the series. That's all. I just run slide style. I'm the cameraman and I talk a lot.
Fuck you! Stop saying penis! Penis! Fuck! Nighttime.
Yogi's just
Nighttime!
burning them up.
Wiggle and jiggle and miggle. Death can suck my ass! You can't kill me!
Just like the other way we did the sounds, there's supposed to be you're not supposed to do but one a minute, and
that's what
that
good mac and cheese sounds like.
I don't know why that doesn't work, but that does not work. Because I have it set. It's not like I have it turned off. I have it set. This song is sick. You're fine, Yogi. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's weird that that doesn't work. It didn't work in the old way either. All right, I ain't driving this car no more. She's pretty, I like it, but let's switch back to the new machine, the new test build. Oh, did his game freak out? No, Theory's right here. See, now that I've got this thing in three-wheel Wayne mode, it's got a little speed to it. Ah, I couldn't quite get my rear bumper in front of it. Yeah, it's supposed to like either a minute or 30 seconds in between or something, Yogi. I don't know why it just lets you run them back to back. But it is kind of funny how you can combo some of them up. Trying to get my angle right so I wouldn't fall down in the hole. Got a little ballet action there. We'll just leave this right here. this is the jam right here, man. I like the way the front of Wayne's car looks there. The Supra rocking right there. That's Foxy's Supra, okay. Man, Shells, you just got here. What you worried about? We're just chilling, man. There we go. I managed to be in the front and the end of the. Hey, it's new to all of us, Shells. We came up with it. When did we come up with this? Was it was like Monday night or something? I think Monday or Tuesday night or something. This month's comp was supposed to be at Red Rock, and then I go there to try to work out because we work out what the line is going to be at the beginning of the month. It is not something that's like planned all year long or anything. My bad there, Merc. I keep missing a shift coming through there like every time. Or not missing a shift, but just like I picked the wrong gear. Like I've gotten an idea of what I want to do and I do not execute it properly. But yeah, we found out we get to Red Rock and it's like there's nowhere to do a comp line here, not a slide style type of comp line. If you watch any of our previous events, you will quickly see what I'm talking about. Because we try to do our tandem lines to be about 30 seconds long, qualifying about double that. Because we run a line, we have the replay while the fan vote is going on in Twitch and everything like that. A little WRX action here from Potate.
The fuck? You are not!
Foxy, you can sign up for...
Me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch! What? It was me!
Austin! Foxy, you can sign up for the... You can sign up for the comp as many times as you want to using the sign up form, because the way that my program works when I'm importing from the CSV file into the overlay program, it just grabs whatever the next one in the line is.
You can't kill me.
It grabs whatever the next line is, because it's just a CSV format, so it just grabs the next one. And based off the Twitch username, it just overwrites that entry. So you could have, well, you just have
Surprise,
to go, like,
motherfucker.
reload the form completely. Now it may drop a cookie or something on your system. You may have to like clear your history and all, and then go back to it, open it in an incognito window or whatever. If you did it while signed into your Gmail account, it's going to remember that you were signed in, but you shouldn't have to sign into your Gmail to do it. So if you just open it in an incognito window, you should be able to sign up as many times as you want. Just make sure you copy and paste your exact Twitch into it. So that way, I mean, you could sign up 50 times, and it'll just overwrite your settings 50 times, and then whatever was in last is what I get at the end of the import. So yeah, if anybody, you know, if you want to change cars or you change the livery at the last minute or whatever, and you want to put your new colors in, as long as your Twitch username is exactly your Twitch username, so it's the same every time, it will overwrite. And if your Twitch username is not exactly the same every time you do the sign up, it will create duplicate entries for you in my system, which isn't the end of the world. I just got to delete one of them, but I might pick the wrong one. Because I don't have you guys' Twitch usernames memorized. Not all of them. There you go, Merc helping me out. No, I appreciate it because I was not making that gap until you hit me. You pushed me through it. He said, let me lead one. Yes, sir. But before this last event, I was able to shore up the import code from the CSV a whole lot.
You're wiggle and jiggle and mickle.
There it is. But
your contact lenses just arrived.
1-800-CONTACTS. They can't have my brand. I have special eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna turn them off. But yeah, this last time around, what I'm able to do now is I can kick the results from the form directly into a Google Sheet, like a spreadsheet, and then I can knock off data that I don't need that comes in added to it. Oh, Shells with the follow. We appreciate you, man. Dude, if you want to, you've got to join in on SLIDESTYLE, man. Go to the SLIDESTYLE Discord and come hang out. And everybody is welcome to sign up.
What the rock is cooking.
Well, this is the first practice, man. You got all of this week, all in next, well, I guess this is the end of this week, but you got all in next week, next Friday, and then all of the week after that. And if you check out there's a channel on the Discord called Lobbies, and these guys are always, somebody's making a room and they're hanging out, drifting, testing things. Sometimes it's just for fun, sometimes it's SLIDESTYLE practice. And I'm sure these guys would love to help answer any setup questions you might have, or especially, for running the crazy high horsepower, on 110s and everything. Well, not crazy high horsepower, but 1,000 horsepower drift machines on 110s and everything is a different world than what a lot of people on CarX run. So, and if you ever see, because like right now, you see the guys like Theory, Wayne, Malte, Jay, Foxy, these guys are, they're in chill mode right now. For sure, because if you watch any of our comp videos, you will see what they can do. They are totally in chill mode right now, but if you actually see them make a competitive run in their actual, like the car they're signing up for the event with, it's terrifying. They're really damn good, and they're really, really fast. But I'm sure they would be more than happy to help out with any tips to try to get your car as grippy and fast as theirs is. Unlike the car that I'm currently driving and screwing all up and lawn darting into the... That's the other thing, is these guys aren't all on 110s either when they're hanging out. When they just set up, if they throw a server in on the Lobbies channel, they might be on. Jay loves some 90s, man, the slow riding. We got a couple of guys that would run 120s. I know what Kakumba's all about, the hundreds. That's what I use. If I'm just chilling, my cars are mostly on hundreds, but now I've kind of got them built out for this because I'm doing the slide style stuff all the time and trying to come up with the lines and everything like that. I have to make sure that they fit the time constraints, they fit the entertainment value that I'm going for putting together an event. I have to make sure I'm good enough at drifting to be able to feel the flow of the line. I know when it's got a good flow to it. And I know that these guys can take what I'm able to do with the line to the next level. But I can feel if it's gonna like get bottlenecked up in a certain spot, or if it's too long and drawn out, or if the straightaway is too long, or whatever it may be. So I've got my cars built out kind of to slide style spec to test that out, but no, these guys run all kinds of stuff all the time. I would, Wayne, but I don't have a choice with that. If I wrote it myself, of course that's what it would do. But you got to be careful with that, because that could lead to people trying to be funny, and like you entering one for Wayne that's like completely doo-doo brown, you know, like the whole thing. So it's nice to have it the way it is right now. Put all your sign up info in, then if somebody does want to be funny. All right, Potek, take it easy, bro. Fun sliding around with you. But yeah, if anybody did decide to try to be a little funny or whatever, at least I have the last actual sign up for that person. I'm still thinking about the best way to do that, Wayne, with the pictures in the Discord. I wanted them to be on the sign up form, but the only way you do that, you have to make it to where a user has to have a Gmail account to do that, and I didn't want to do that. And that also the same thing is what Foxy was saying, is where that locks you into only signing up once, and in case you need to redo your info or whatever if you change cars. I didn't want that to be a thing. So, yeah, so I don't know the best way to do that. I guess the Discord would be best. But I would need it to be like one shot of the car. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe on that final qualifying practice day, I could have everybody, like while everybody's practicing, I could take some time to have everybody to like bring their car over to the side over here, and I'll take a screenshot of it, and then I can go back through and make sure everybody's little number plate matches up to their car. But like if everybody came over here and I just took a screenshot like this, you know, and I got your number, make sure your windshield banner is good, and then like I can get the colors off of your car to, you know. Well, eventually, Wayne, there will be a slide style website would be the end goal there, and the sign up form would just be part of it. Then there would be the live scoring could be on that, and all the championship standings and everything. Like it would all just be baked into it. But we'll get there. Time is what I haven't even looking. It's 10:30. Well, speaking of running on 90s and stuff like that, y'all want to change up maps or anything, man? It looks like everybody has nailed down the conf line here pretty good. Now, obviously, y'all can keep running as long as you want to because I'm going to leave this server up. Well, I really don't have a choice. I can't close it, but I mean, it's going to stay up. But if y'all want to go hang out on a different map, I can make another server with opened up the tire rules. We can just chill, listen to music, slide around. It should have put you on 110, Shells. Like the room should be locked to it, as far as I know. Since that's what we run for slide style, that's why we but y'all don't vote in the game, don't vote in the server though. Just tell me what map y'all want in the chat, and I'll go make the new server with the, you know, with the right map and the no tire rules or whatever. Wayne says A-Tron, he's going and taking it back. The first ever slide style course. We didn't know it was slide style at the time. Here's Jay got the slambulance out. Y'all make sure you come check out the slambulance. Slam is no lie. Love this thing, dude. Theory says he's down for A-Train. All right. Well, I guess that's what we'll do. So I'll pop the slide style practice graphic right off of there. I need to have a slide style practice graphic and then like a, hey, check out slide style shit graphic. Or maybe I could just make a more generic one, but either way, we'll make the new room here. Create. A man says A-Tron or Atron. A-Tron. I'm gonna go with A-Tron because it sounds cooler. You done messed up, Aaron. There you go. Look at that. No password. Alex on your screen is the name. Come join on in. I know what car I want. Uh-oh. I pissed it off. Hang on. There we go. Ha! Where it says reckless all over the car is supposed to be somewhat transparent, but after the update, it is no longer. Jacob, what's up? What's going on? I appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. We just started up a new room here. We were doing some slide style practice earlier, but we just opened up a lobby. We're gonna come slide around and hang out. Wayne requested this map. Nobody else vetoed it, so this is...
A pirate doesn't say. Okie dokie.
There it is.
A pirate says. Arr.
There you go. There's the slide style link in the chat. Pirate's got the slide style van out over here. What's going on, Pirate? Our matey. Check that out. The beautiful thing. Let's see what the 300 does on the little tighter course here. I have definitely gotten a lot better at this shit over time. The tuning the cars, I mean, not the driving aspect. Because this car is like built for this thing, man. I'm trying to think. So we did, this was our first ever tandem comp that we did, but that was before we did all the slide style branding, came up with all the rules and everything like that. So now that we have them, I need to look at this map and see what we would do. Because we would do it different for a slide style event, for sure. It would probably involve this area over here. Actually, it would definitely involve this area over here. I'm not quite sure exactly how yet. But this would be the spot. This just has the slide style vibe to it. The rest of the track is okay, but this is, it's a lot wider, it's flowier, but it's got tighter turns as well, so you've really got to manage your momentum and everything like that. And especially for the tandems, you want to leave some room for error. No clipping points, no clipping zones, anything like that, Shell. So the idea is, that's why the lines, the way that I try to put them together is so, it's so specific, because it kind of, the line itself, in order to run it efficiently and to get a good drift run in, there's really only one way to do it. So it kind of, we don't penalize you for not hitting certain points or zones or whatever, but everybody's generally going to be in the same ballpark no matter what. So that's kind of what we go for. Let's go over here and check it out. Let me see if I can't come up with something slide styling. But one thing we like to do, especially on tracks like this one, I've always liked to utilize something that's not part of the main course, if I can. Which here, it doesn't look like that's much of an easy option. Like for the qualifying line, for example, we may start back here in like the garage area, loop out and come out on the main track or something. But for the tandems, we can't really do that. Well, let me come over here and take a look. Oh yeah, so you carry a ton of speed through here. Ton of speed, ton of angle. But then it's kind of an awkward transition to work up to here, and you got to get it slowed down. Lots of room for a transition back this way. You got to kick it back one time here. And see, this like, that's another thing, is we try to find unique elements on the map. This turn going up and over a hill would have to be part of the line. Like whatever unique element to the map that there is, that's kind of one of the things we look to include. That's why we started the one for this month starts under a freaking jet plane in a hangar. You know what I mean? Like it's a unique element, and it's got the pit of doom at the that last turn as well. So this map is definitely for January next year, because I feel like we're gonna follow the same schedule every year, kind of like NASCAR. They don't follow the exact same schedule every year, but pretty damn close to it. I'd like to follow the same schedule next year of tracks. I think we've landed on a pretty good one, and we're probably gonna run the same lines. Maybe tweak things here and there, change things up, but yeah, I'll have to come up with something for, obviously I'll have to come up with something, but yeah, next January, we'll do A-Train here again. And I do think for LA Block, that was what we did in February. I think for that, we're gonna change that one up every time, because there's just so many options there. But the Togue line that we ran was really, really cool. Obviously for our world final in October, we're doing the Ebisu course. Obviously, it's the classic. You have to do it. But we'll come up with something fun for West Coast as well. But same thing there, we have to use the now we're always Friday nights, so unless it's a night truck race, you're not missing nothing. What's your who's your driver? You done fucked up now. You're talking to the born and bred NASCAR. I don't watch anymore because they piss me off, but these guys will tell you I'm your NASCAR encyclopedia sometimes, man. That's my dad's fault. But who's your driver? Chastain or Bubba Wallace? I can get with that. I like that. I don't really know if I even have somebody right now. I like Justin Haley a lot. I really, really like him. I was a Carl Edwards guy forever. Then of course he left, and I was like, well, fuck. And about that time, I was kind of getting irritated with it anyway. And I've loved NASCAR since I was little, but in my opinion, IndyCar puts together a better racing product. And I got to where I was watching IndyCar more. And I've always been involved in, or not involved, but just been around like short track stock car racing, your late models and stuff like that. I worked on a bunch of cars for a good period of time at my local track here. So all of my, when I talk about any tuning stuff with the drift cars and CarX and everything, that completely comes from like modifieds and late models at the local racetrack. So it's hard because almost none of that shit applies to drift cars at all. But I don't know if you've ever seen it, but if you pull them up, look them up on YouTube, the Cars Tour. They do super late models on the West Coast, and on the East Coast they do like regular, just late model stock cars. And I think that is the best stock car racing product on the planet right now. The races are absolutely insane. Those cars are, their rules package, the cars are hooked the fuck up. They are so fast. They just put on a hell of a show. They're actually at the race me and Charlie usually go to is tomorrow. Can't go to it because I'm working, but yeah, they're running in Langley tomorrow. And if you look up the year before last Langley race for the Cars Tour was just an absolute barn burner of a show. I'm kind of having fun just sliding around here in circles, man. Yeah, Carl Edwards is my guy. Sucks that he kind of just disappeared on us, but I hope he's happy and doing his thing. I don't know. They've got some money. It's a national touring series. They've got full season sponsorships on the cars, and these guys show up with haulers. I mean, they're not NASCAR haulers, obviously, but I mean, these guys this isn't some, it's not like my local short track shit, you know, it's a nationally touring series. It reminds me, I don't know if you remember, I don't know how old you are, but if you know of the, like the Hooters Pro Cup, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's nothing like ARCA, because ARCA has always been like NASCAR light, and then NASCAR bought them anyway. But it's like the modern day Hooters Pro Cup. It is. They put on a show, man. It's so much fun. There's Jay. I don't have it anymore. Well, I mean, obviously you do because I paid for it, but I used to have a wheel and pedals and all that, and I ran iRacing. That was before I started streaming. I probably would have kept it if I had started streaming. Then again, I wouldn't, because I raged way too hard at that. Because like I said, from the real life racing experience, I come with the anger that comes with that. But I did all right with iRacing. I loved running the late model. I like the super late model races on there. Those were fun. The regular late model races were okay, but the only series that they had on there was like the Class D. It was all people that didn't know how to drive. Yeah, but I don't want another one, Wayne. That's what I had. There's no point in me selling mine just to buy another one. And I mean, the new racers, from what I've seen, they're okay. It's just NASCAR's primary concern is building. They're trying to manufacture entertainment, and I know it's your first time here, but I don't know if you could tell with the Macho Man thing earlier. Wrestling is like my thing. Like, I actually do that. I'm a trained professional wrestler. But that's the same thing with like WWE versus literally any other wrestling company there is. They're so focused on manufacturing this identity of entertainment that they've completely, like, WWE is not a professional wrestling show. It's a show that features something similar to professional wrestling. And that to me is what NASCAR has turned into. But somebody does want to watch a race with somebody leading 90% of the race if they showed up with the right equipment and the team worked hard and the driver worked hard to have the best absolute setup possible. If nobody else brought anything competitive enough to be able to run against them leading 90% of the race is what's exciting. And it's okay, they've got the handling and they've got the grip and they've got the driver to stay in the lead. Now the question is, this is a 500-mile race. Do they have the motors from the shop to last 500 miles? Do they have the pit crew that can keep that car in the lead, or are they going to make mistakes on pit road? Is the driver going to, are they going to speed on pit road and get a penalty? That's where that is what NASCAR is. That's the sport. Sometimes football games, or like soccer, for example, sometimes soccer just goes 0-0, and that's a sport. See, and that's what I'm saying is NASCAR is no longer a sport. They're trying to manufacture entertainment. And they've been doing that for a long time. They started it with the fake debris cautions 10, 15 years ago. I mean, that's been going on the majority of my life. But that's why, like, something like the Cars Tour or something like that, it still has that true aspect. Of the competitive sport. A fake debris caution happened once. Where have you been? They openly talk about it on NASCAR broadcasts now. Dale Jr. talks about it at least twice a week. What happened once? I could think of probably 45 times right now off the top of my head that they've faked debris cautions. You could probably look up a YouTube video. Just type in NASCAR fake debris cautions. That's where stage racing came from. Because everybody got so pissed off about them faking debris cautions. I mean, it was a vocal thing. Like, and you could see if you go back to like 2000s, right before they implemented the chase system, or right after they implemented the chase system. So like 2007, 2008, somewhere in there, I think. If you go look at the crowds, like just look at pictures from any of those races. The crowds got so small because people were like, no, fuck that shit. Like, if the race is just gonna get strung out for 30 laps and they're gonna throw a caution for nothing, and then everybody's gonna wreck their shit going into turn 2. And a lot of people stopped going, so that's where the stage racing thing came from, is they just baked it in. Which I don't have a problem with the idea of stage racing. My only problem with that is that it's that they throw a caution. Like, okay, the first stage is 100 laps. Well, I'm not talking about this season. I'm talking about NASCAR in general. Well, they don't have to do fake debris cautions anymore because of the stages. But like, I love the idea of the stage racing, of awarding points for performance throughout the race, because like what you were talking about with the guys leading 90% of the race, and that's not exciting to watch. Well, sometimes guys would know that they have the car and they are going to kind of just chill and maintain their equipment. And then at the end, if they catch a late caution or whatever, they'll push real hard. They know they're gonna go get that win. So stage racing promotes the idea of no, you're gonna race as hard as you can from the drop. We're gonna start with you giving 110%, which I like that. It's like a shot clock in basketball. Y'all have to try. You have to shoot the ball, or we're gonna give the ball to the other team. So that's what stage racing is, except for the fact that a caution comes out. That sucks all the wind out of any momentum that anybody has built up, anything like that. Like, I love the idea of saying at lap 50, whoever's in the lead gets championship points. So you better work your ass off to try to be in the lead at lap 50, and lap 130, and lap 180, and that's. But them throwing the caution automatically at the end of each one just kind of it just replaces the fake debris cautions. And I guess from somebody that's worked on race, I think that's where it comes from, is from me being at the racetrack working on race cars and putting my effort and time into it. Obviously, it wasn't my job. It was, it was a hobby. It was something fun to do. And like I said, I'm a trained professional wrestler. Like, I was wrestling 3 and 4 nights a week, and I'd go to my buddy's house after wrestling training. I'd still have my gear on, like underneath my pants or whatever, and would work on the race car until 2 in the morning. And then, to do all that work, to put in all that time and effort, I was exhausted. To go on the racetrack on Friday, all right, Wayne, take it easy, buddy. Go get some sleep, man. Get some rest. But to go to the racetrack on Friday and, 5 laps into the race, either by my driver's fault or by some other driver's fault of them just being assholes, just wrecking the fucking cars, tearing the shit all up. What did I stay up until 2 in the morning? Why did I rush out of wrestling training to drive over to his house to work on the car, for him to get all mad at somebody trying to wreck him going into turn 1, miss him, and pile his shit in the wall? Fix it yourself, dick. Like, what are you doing? And so that's kind of where the attitude that I come from with the 10 years ago, the fake debris cautions, and now the stage racing aspect is, you bunch all the cars up for a restart more times than would happen naturally in a race. They keep bunching the cars up, and the guys are, they're wrecking. And they talk about cost-saving measures with the, the new cars and everything like that. Well, it's not cost-saving measures when y'all are constantly bunching the field up so that everybody wrecks their shit. And, these guys are having to continuously work on everything, and it's all, safety has always been priority number 1 for the last however many years, but yet, you're constantly putting drivers in a position where they could be injured in a crash. See, to me, crashing's not racing. So that's kind of my entire outlook on, that's why I've stopped watching NASCAR. Because to me, crashing is not racing. Manufacturing excitement is
You can't kill me.
It's not necessarily the best team, because NASCAR racing is a team sport. To me, the way it's set up now, the best team doesn't win at the end. So that's kind of why I stopped watching. I still keep an eye on it. Like I said, I grew up on stock car racing in general, and NASCAR is the peak of stock car racing, so I always keep an eye on it. Same as WWE. Can't stand WWE, but I keep an eye on the guys that are there. Lucky for me, I know some of them, which is really cool. Most of the people I know are in AEW or TNA right now, though. I don't know if any of my people are in WWE anymore, actually. The Strick's not there anymore. He's in AEW. Well, see, it's not, the teams aren't throwing away thousands of dollars. The team sponsors are throwing away thousands of dollars. So that's where you get into the conundrum of, that's why NASCAR is like I said, they're trying to manufacture entertainment. It's for the advertising. It's not for the teams. It's not for the racing. So, FedEx, if their name and their branding and their ads and Denny Hamlin in his racing suit giving an entertaining interview after dumping Chase Elliott at Martinsville, you know, if all of that's happening, FedEx is more than happy to buy Joe Gibbs they can buy him 3 whole new race cars. They don't give a shit. Like, they want their name in front of people. And Joe Gibbs is more than happy to build 3 race cars with that money that they get. And you are damn right about that, my friend. Now, and it's funny though, because it's ironic that I'm saying all of this stuff about how, like, that's like I'm an old man, right? Like, I want real NASCAR to come back where the teams had to fight. Yeah. But like, I've got that like vibe, right? But my favorite shit is restrictor plate racing. I absolutely love restrictor plate racing. I wish they would make a racing series that was just restrictor plate racing. Like, I wish they would build 2 or 3 more tracks. And like, you know, now apparently they're running, what do they run, Atlanta with a well, it's not a restrictor plate anymore, but you get what I'm saying. But like that style, the pack racing shit, I wish they would make a racing series that was just that. Because like that's all I did with the NASCAR stuff on iRacing is I would just wait until it was Daytona or Talladega week and run those, man. I've never been so stressed out in my entire life. I don't know how they do it in real race cars. I'm sitting here in the air conditioning in a computer chair with fucking shaking. Like, it is the most intense shit. I'm more stressed out racing a restrictor plate race on iRacing than I was in a wrestling match. Like, like I could break my neck at any given moment in a match. Like, not worried about it, but I'm sitting here on iRacing on fucking Daytona and I'm just in like 4th place, like in a pack of cars, just terrified. I don't know how those guys do it in real life, man. This shit is so wild. It is, I love it. I love every bit of it though. The drafting, the strategy, the spotters, I love every bit of it. And so many like old school NASCAR people, kind of like myself, where I, you know, yelling at clouds or whatever about the state of NASCAR and advertising and all that shit. Like, most of those people hate restrictor plate racing, and I fucking love it. NASCAR guy, what's your thought on restrictor plate races? Never really got your input on that before. I don't like when they wreck. That's the only thing. Well, that's the other thing is I'm sitting there, even in iRacing, I'm sitting there shaking. Like, I don't like them wrecking. It is... I'll refund it back to you, Pirate. The physics of it, it's not as dangerous as it seems like it is. And I mean, obviously, there's the history with Dale and everything like that, but kind of a special case. And also we have way better safety equipment now, but with the exception of guys getting up in the fence, because that's always going to be a problem. But a typical, big one at Daytona or Talladega is not super dangerous in and of itself because they're going 200 miles an hour, because they're going 200 miles an hour in a straight line. And all the aerodynamic force and everything like that. So for them to turn sideways, yes, they are hitting the wall while the car is traveling 200 miles an hour, but they're not hitting the wall perpendicular at 200 miles an hour. The impact that they make with the wall might be at 15 or 20 miles an hour. Now it's the situations like with Ryan Newman, where he got turned sideways and was slowing down and was probably going about 70 when he got T-boned upside down by a car going 180. That's the extremely dangerous stuff. But the run-of-the-mill where they all just kind of wide up into the corner and slide, you know, like those aren't dangerous at all. They're just expensive. But I don't feel like restrictor plate racing is any more dangerous than any regular NASCAR race. For example, Denny Hamlin's wreck at shit. Was it Vegas? Where did Denny break his back? Did he break his back? Where did he fuck his back up? Jay said he's got the best seat on the map. Where is Jay at? He's sitting in the crowd. How did I not see you when I came across in front of you? Let me see if I can see you from the track. All right, Malte. He said he's got one more run for it, but all right, Malte. Jay, I haven't seen you one time. Let me, but now that I know you're there, I can definitely see you. But if I wasn't looking for you, man, that's funny as hell. But yeah, I don't think the restrictor plate tracks are any more dangerous than any other NASCAR event. People seem to think because they're going, you know, holding an average speed of 200. Oh, there you go, Pirate. But because they're holding an average speed of, you know, between 180 and 200 miles an hour, then it's inherently more dangerous than any other race, but it's about the angle of impact to the wall, so. That's why the Indy 500 is so damn dangerous, because you're making 90-degree turns at 220 miles an hour in open wheel cars. That shit is, oof. I'm glad they only run Indy cars on like 4 ovals now. But as much as I love IndyCar, man, that's because no matter what you do safety wise, I mean, too many guys were getting killed because of shit outside of anyone's control that's just a product of oval racing. That's what happened with Dan Welton. You haven't been watching much IndyCar in the past 5 or 10 years, have you, Shells? F1, yes, completely agree. But IndyCar has been getting, them boys get racy. And they can't wreck each other like NASCAR, where you just dump somebody going into a turn or whatever. But they can, they almost psych each other out. I have seen them wreck each other without even touching each other before. Because they'll get real racy for 2 or 3 laps, and one of them will get on the other's nerves or whatever. And the one dude will late break a corner on purpose because he knows he's going to run it wide. Watch the other guy go, oh shit, cut to the inside, and just lock the brakes up into the wall. Oh yeah, dude, Marcus Ericsson, he was all over the place. And what's crazy too is he was like, they weren't catching him. Who was running second? Was it Colton Herta was running second, if I remember right? Like, he wasn't gonna get him. Like, Ericsson was doing all that shit to break the draft. I'm like, yo, he ain't close enough to you to draft off you go into the next corner, bro. You're good. Like, but he with when they got that restart, man, he was like, I am gonna make damn sure I win this motherfucking race. He was so, there's Jay's got another good view up there. I was so happy for Ericsson, man. He's a good dude. He was cool when he was in F1 too. And Jimmy Johnson got to lead a lap, which was really cool. Granted, it was during a pit cycle and he stayed out just so that he could cross the line in first one time. But I mean, hey, if you've had the NASCAR career that he's had and you've got the opportunity to run IndyCar and you could cross the line in first place for one lap during the Indy 500, I'm taking that shit. I was hyped as shit when I was watching. I was like, fuck yeah. Exy, what's going on? Blaze, you too. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, he crunched it up pretty good there. At least there were no big wrecks this year. The last few years, yes. The last few years at Indy have had some pretty wild ones. So I'm glad this year there was a couple of hard hits. I think the one dude broke his hand, if I remember correctly. So some hard hits, but you know, just individual car crashes, nobody collecting anyone else, you know. Nobody getting up in the fence, up in the air, or anything like that. Danica is such a... Oh man, I do not like Danica Patrick. I can't even sit here and act like I like Danica. I don't like anything about her. She's nice. She's super nice. I love seeing her in an interview. She's like very polite. She's super cool, but she doesn't. I understand because I've seen it in NASCAR, I've seen it in IndyCar, I've seen it in a lot. There are some people that just have natural driving talent. Jeff Gordon is one of those people. Listen to Jeff Gordon talk about anything technical that comes to a cup car. I know more about setting up race cars than Jeff Gordon. I mean that seriously. And Jeff Gordon would probably tell you that because he has pure natural driving talent. He doesn't need to know anything about what's going on in the car. He sits in it, he drives it, and he gives his feedback to the team, and they make it do what he needs it to do for him to win the race. There are lots of people like that they don't need to know all the technical aspect, the physics. They don't need to know what a panhard bar is. They don't need to know what different weight jacker adjustments need to be made, yada yada yada, all that shit, shock adjustments, all that stuff. They don't need to know that. They have pure driving talent. Danica is not one of those people. She doesn't have pure driving talent, and she doesn't know shit about the cars. It's mind-blowing to me that she was there at all. Like, oh yeah, that was the other thing. And she thought like, yeah, that stock car racing was somehow easier than IndyCar racing. No. They're two completely different beasts, but if you like, you know, if you do a pros and cons list or whatever, much, much more difficult stock car racing over IndyCar racing. And if we're going by level of difficulty, Formula One is way up there. And monster truck racing is way up there. Now it's a different set of skills required, obviously, to drive an IndyCar versus a Cup car. Some of it transfers over, some of it doesn't. But yeah, an IndyCar is just an easier. I mean, the cars are more to spec than Cup cars are. There's less moving parts. There's less going on. So much more of it's aerodynamic based. I mean, you can sneeze funny in a stock car and it'll start driving different. It's just the nature of the types of cars that they are. And I have seen Indy cars actually smack the wall before and keep driving fine. And it's because they're well built. But yeah, I mean, just Danica gets on my damn nerves. And then they, of course, they have her because she, I mean, I'm sorry. She's a pretty girl, whatever. So they've got her on fucking, but what, Jay, have you got anything else to do? I'm just chilling, man. We're listening to music, talking. Anybody else can feel free to drop their input in. I don't see nobody else talking about it. Man's just carrying on a conversation. At least he's not just... Where are you at now? Oh, now you're up here. I see you now. Look at this. Look at this right here. Perfectly perched. Can't get any more. You're sitting right on the bottom of the transmission. Just perfectly perched on the roof here. You've been watching it. You know all about NASCAR, Jay. Come on now. Had no input to that. What do you think about Danica? You a big Danica Patrick fan, Jay? You love seeing them GoDaddy commercials? Is the maximum, sort of. So it has to be 1,000 or below. Well, between 700 and 1,000, unless the car can't get 700, which in that case I wouldn't recommend running it, but you can. That part is also true, Jay. I completely agree with that. Because she did too. She would fuck around on the track, and then after the race, what, she got up in Denny Hamlin's face one time. She tried to talk to Tony Stewart, which was a bad idea. I mean, guys that have been running stock cars since they were literally 10, 11, 12 years old. And that was the thing. Had she gone to somebody, one of those, you know, talent drivers, like I was talking about, like Jeff Gordon, yeah, her and Jeff Gordon could probably have a little face-to-face conversation. You don't step to somebody like Tony Stewart when you're Danica Patrick and try to talk about anything racing related at all. Denny Hamlin either. Hey, little fun fact, I'm gonna dox myself a little bit here. Denny Hamlin went to my high school. Graduated a few years before me. I knew him from, you know, I was talking about the local short track stuff or whatever. I've watched him grow up. I grew up watching him racing at the local track. Oh, she was totally, they did start targeting her after a while, and she deserved it because she was being a dick. Because like, she would get in the way, or she was fucking around and not, it's hard to explain. NASCAR is a lot like, aw, Yogi, come on, man, keep doing this to me. Charlie's not lying, dude. It's incredible, but like, for her to, because you know, like hockey, there's like unspoken rules. You know, don't touch my goalie. Yogi, man, you make me so happy, dude. But the unspoken rules, like NASCAR has some of the same stuff, just stock car racing in general, right? And like, she never took the time to understand the culture, understand those rules, because she thought, why do I have to? So she's out here fucking around, pissing other guys off. And then when they move her out the way, she gets mad. So now she's like, oh, well, they're targeting me because I'm a girl. No, they're not targeting you because you're a girl. They're targeting you because you're pissing everybody off and you won't get the fuck out of the way. When you're slow. If you're fast, you're fine. But you're not fast, you're slow, and you're in the way, and you're fucking everybody else's race up. Move. So then she started getting aggressive with other people. Well, now we're just gonna dump you because you're just causing problems at this point. We're gonna remove you from the equation. And they tried to turn that into, oh, well, they're picking on her because she's a girl. Yeah, no. Because I don't see Hailie Deegan having that problem. And Hailie Deegan's not a great driver, but she puts in the work, and you don't see that girl complaining for nothing. Yeah, it depends on the track. Yeah, the typical NASCAR track, like a mile and a half or whatever, you'd run low. Well, you used to run low at run high at Daytona if you were slow, but I think now with the pack racing and everything the way it is, they prefer you to stay on the low side as well. All right, Yogi. Well, dude, thank you so much, bro. Dude, you're so all the support, man. I'm gonna change the thing. I got to change it to where it's the monthly leaderboard at the top there. Get your name up there. You deserve it. And yeah, Hailie, she's pretty cool, man. She's pretty cool. Well, and you want to talk about, I mean, women in racing, and people talking about, you know, oh, they pick on me because they're a girl or whatever. There are two girls in racing that you don't fuck with, and that is Courtney and Ashley Force. Go look at how much respect the entire NHRA garage has for those two girls. They grew up, born and bred from the time they were born, drag racing. And I have been lucky enough to see one of them in person one time. Courtney Force is on an entire different planet than those guys running NHRA. I saw guys, I mean, so many guys made like half runs, and you know, before they had to let out of it, or they were, you know, down the track trying to hold on or whatever. She looked like she was on a fucking railroad track, and I think she crossed the line at a solid 20-25 miles an hour faster than the second place qualifier. It looked easy, and she looked like she was sleeping. She was just like, obviously you couldn't see inside the car live, but I'm just saying, like, she was just dead straight. It's like she wasn't even trying. She's that good. And doesn't nobody talk about the fact that they are female at all. Watch any NHRA drag racing event. Nobody will talk about the fact that nobody gives a shit because they drive their asses off. I've seen girls in motocross like that. I can't think of any names off the top of my head. But there are girls that fucking rip it in motocross, and nobody gives a shit that they're a girl. So it's, that stuff with Danica is just dumb. Jay, that would be pretty dope. I wish they would run a NASCAR sanctioned. I mean, it depends on where you go. They call it different things. We call it, in my local area, they call them grand stock cars. There's there's street stock. There's that style of car. The, like the late 80s bodies, the NASCAR Cup Series bodies cars. Like, I would love to see a modern build of a car with that body, with the modern safety technology in cup cars. Boy, you're fucking up if you're not watching drag racing. And if you ever get an opportunity to go see an NHRA drag race event live, literally, like, worth missing the birth of a child over. Oh, all right, not quite, but it's damn close. Like, you'd have to think about it. It's that good. I have never experienced any single thing in my life as fucking cool, and I have seen a lot of cool shit. I am very blessed in my life. I have gotten to see some cool shit. I think the only thing cooler than seeing an NHRA drag racing event would maybe to go see a SpaceX Heavy launch. That is the only thing I can think of that would be more badass than it is the, holy fuck, it is the coolest thing. And the people are so nice. You would bump into somebody else because there's just such a crowd. You would bump into somebody, they apologize to you. At a NASCAR race, you bump into somebody's drunk ass, they'll start cussing you out or they'll puke on you. I mean, NASCAR is like a two-faced thing because it's like the family-friendly aspect, and there's little kids with their little headsets, and they're so cute, and they're, you know, it's so great. And then you've got the stupid drunk fucks. NHRA doesn't have that. And like, you've got people there with beers and they're enjoying, but you don't go to an NHRA event to get fucked up. You go to an NHRA event to watch drag racing. And everybody there, when me and Charlie showed up, we got there late, there was traffic. Me and Charlie get there late. And I'm like, I have to go to the starting line. I have to go see this. So we make our way over. There's a crowd of people, like 6, 7 people deep over by the fence. And we're trying to watch, and we're looking, and we got our little program or whatever, and we're like looking at that. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Somebody saw us. And I guess we looked like idiots. I don't know. Somebody saw us. And they said, I'll never forget it, dude. It makes me so happy just thinking about it. This guy looked back at us. He said, have y'all never seen this before? And me and her both went, no. They parted like the fucking sea, dude. Everybody backed up and they pulled us. We were standing on the fence at the start line. And like, everybody there was like, no, you have to come see this shit. Like, dude, coolest experience ever. And of course they hit it off the line, and we got lucky. The first one we watched, as both cars hit it, made a full pull. It was sick. And like, they did it. And of course, me and her are standing there with our hair standing up, we're shaking, and everybody was like, it was so funny because everybody, you know, does the thing. So they're sitting there like this, right? They take off, so everybody's watching the run, and then everybody goes back at us, and they're looking at me and her to see what we thought, and we were just like, dude, it was the best day, dude. We still talk about that shit. The best day. Now, it is boring as shit to watch on TV, I will say that. But if you ever get a chance to go see one live, Sprint Car, World of Outlaw Sprint Car Racing is the exact same thing. It's just mind-blowing to watch that shit in person. It gets a little on TV, but it is unreal to go watch World of Outlaw Sprint Cars or late models in person. Hey, y'all got me talking about racing. I've just been driving in the same circle for I don't know how long. But the original thing we were just talking about there, when Jay talked about the street stock or whatever, I'd love to see a NASCAR safety level car built of that body style, and them run like short track races with it. I think that's what SRX was trying to do, but they didn't do it right. Oh yeah, it's such, I can't even explain what that feeling is. Like, if you've been there, you know. So like, me and you know, and Jay, because like you said, Gator Nationals, like that feeling is, oh, it's so sick. All right, Theory, I don't think I'm far behind you, buddy. What time is it? Yeah, it's only 11:30. I thought it'd be later. Have a good night, Theory. What's going on here? Where's Jay hiding at now? He's back here in the he's in the giant neighborhood with the huge houses and the monster van. Meadow over here has got a pretty dope looking S13. I'm liking that. But yeah, that feeling, man, when a funny car or a top fuel dragster, when they hit it off the line, man, it is something else, dude. Iron says he knows too, he's seen it. And of course, you gotta have earplugs when you go. I mean, that's no no question. You have to, it's like NASCAR. It's just you have to have it or you're gonna fuck your ears up. But we were over at like the concession stand or whatever, a little bit of a ways back from the track, and I was like, I want to hear, because I do the same thing at NASCAR races when they're when I would go to those. When the cars are coming to the green, when they're coming off of 4, I'll either take my, if I've got the earphones or earplugs or whatever, I'll pull them out just to hear the cars wind up, because that's you just to hear and feel that raw power, and then to, you know, not fuck your ears up, put them back. But obviously I knew you couldn't do that. You can't do that next to a funny car taking off. It'll quite possibly blow your eardrums out. But back by the concession stand or whatever, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for them to fire up or whatever, and I jammed my hands back over my it just happened, like, and that far away from the track they were that loud, but like it's so sick, man. But I want to go back so bad. I need to see another Cars Tour race. I want to see another World of Outlaws sprint car race, and I damn sure need to go see some more drag racing. And they're talking about bringing Indy cars back to Richmond next year. I might go see that just for the clusterfuck of it. Because they did that when I was younger. I got to go to that race. The only thing I remember about it, because I was really, really young, the only thing I remember about that race is I kept thinking they were going to crash because of how late they turn in. That's the only thing I remember about that day, is I didn't understand why they waited so long to turn into the corner. Shit, shells are the same motors. I mean, just a different, one sits in the middle of the frame and the other sits on the back of it. That shit is so wild though. Those pro stock drag cars put on a show too. That was fun. I do not like the motorcycles. That makes me nervous. Those guys they have to have a special compartment in the seat where they put their balls, because I can't even. The girls too. They got to have a compartment where they put their gigantic balls, because it's fucking crazy. And it's wild how many girls do motorcycle drag racing. There were a bunch of them. But that shit scares the fuck out of me. Yeah, 12,000 horse. That's so fucking insane, dude. Have you ever seen look up a YouTube video? I don't know if you've ever seen it. Look up a video of a Top Fuel Dragster's fuel pump. Just a fuel pump. They've got one that's like got a transparent side on it so you can see it or whatever. It's so fucking wild, dude. It'll like dump out an entire like 6-gallon tank of gas in like 3-4 seconds. It's like, and it's gone. All right. I've been doing the same thing for like an hour now. I think it might be time for me to hop off of here. I do have to work tomorrow. Go knock some of that out. But there's Swervo chilling in here. Blaze got to see one too. Hell yeah, man. The song is dope. But yeah, towards the end of the day, they were still running and we were walking down towards the end of the track. And standing at the finish line when the drag cars come by you is, it's just a whole different thing. You don't get the, you don't quite get that explosion feeling in your chest when they go by, but it's like, it's almost like a shockwave coming off the car as they go by you. It's so cool. All right. There's Jay chilling. Look at that clean machine.
Did somebody
She's
say
sitting real
boom?
low. 24s, goddamn. Drive that thing. I'm gonna ride behind you one time. Cause you're on 90, so I gotta take it slow back here. Look at that thing, just smooth sliding.
One eternity later.
Man, you can hold that angle out there forever on them 90s too. That shit is wild. Trying to stay behind me. There we go. It's going back to my playlist now. So we've gone through everybody's songs. There were some good tunes today, man. All right. We'll pause this up. We're going to switch on over to old Big Head Alex mode. There it is. Oh, you see through my shirt. It's a magical transparent shirt. All right, well, that was fun, man. Well, it was fun to see everybody tearing up the line. Got a few new guys came through and checked it out, and they were tearing it up on the line too. So it's going to be an interesting one. So that's there it is. So there's the first open practice of June here. So exclamation point slide style for those of you just joining in. My nose is itching again all of a sudden. And sucked up some dust or something. It's killing me. Hang on. Let's go drive me nuts. Woo! There we go. Problem solved. For a minute, at least. All right. But anybody's just joining us, exclamation point slide style. Take you over to the slide style Discord. It'll hook you up with everything that you need to know about joining in on a slide style event. Anybody that's got CarX can be a part of it. It's always a fun time. And we don't take nothing too seriously, man. It's all crowd voted. That's the best part to it. If you don't want to drive, you can always watch and get your votes in for your favorite drivers, your favorite runs. We always enjoy doing it. And then, yeah, and of course, Alex on your screen Discord. Exclamation point Discord will take you there. You can hang out, find out what we're streaming during the week. We're playing a lot of Splitgate because of the big new update. A pirate says, "Arg." Pirate will tell you that is what a pirate says. So, it's been a fun night, but definitely check it out. But at the end of the day, alexonyourscreen.com, that'll take you. It'll get you all the links. It'll get you where you need to go for everything we're doing and everything we're going to be doing in the future. And so let's see. I'm trying to think next week what we got lined up because I got the schedule going. You know we're going to do some Gmod with a little bit of prop hunt. We're going to do a little bit of prop hunt action. We're going to do a little bit of maybe some Trouble in Terrorist Town. Depends on who's on. We'll probably play some more Rogue Company. We'll play some more Splitgate for sure. You know I love some Split. No, next week, not tomorrow. Did I say tomorrow? I meant next week. Monday. Starting Monday. Of course, more CarX coming at you. We need to get back on Forza. We haven't been on Forza in a little while. What other game am I missing? We're still waiting to see on Minecraft of what's going to happen with, are they going to release the Java version to everybody with Bedrock or vice versa, whatever. So we got to see what happens with that. But we'll get back to some Minecraft at some point as well. We need to play that wrestling game again too, man. That was always a fun time. There's too many games, not enough time. But I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go mess with some more slide style stuff. And yeah, Monday we'll be back on. But I'll be on this weekend some. I'll be around Sunday as far as I know, for anybody who wants to jump in and play some Split with me, because I will probably be playing that. I might get a little Counter-Strike in this weekend because I missed that. So I might jump on there, but I'm not quite sure yet. But for tonight, I'm hopping off because my nose has started acting crazy. I don't know what the deal is. All right, Wayne, Blaze, Shells, it was fun talking to you about, I love me some NASCAR, IndyCar, all kinds of racing. It's just it's my thing. Love me some racing. Jay, Pirate, Malte was here. Blaze, I got you, man. We try to make Mondays fun. That's what it's here for. Mondays suck, but we try to make them fun. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch. You guys are the best, man. There it is. That's the one. Oh boy, we appreciate Yogi for all his support, man. He's been making it rain with the bits on us here lately, and we love him and appreciate him. Blaze, and speaking of Blaze, right? I always get it backwards. Boom, right there. So hard. Right there. Screen of the month. It's Blaze. Right there. There he is. Taking his spot, man. Blaze is always here, always around. We love having him around. Fun to play games with. It's always a good time. So he is going to be the screen of the month for the month of May. But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to hop off for tonight. So, I've been Alex. I've been on your screen. You've been you. And every one of you guys is awesome. Had a great time tonight. And we will catch y'all next time on Monday. I don't know what we're playing. I don't know what we're doing. But we're doing something. And I'll see y'all then. Until then, have a safe weekend. Have fun. Go do something interesting. I don't know. Go play a game. Go out somewhere. Go do something. Hopefully the weather's nice where you're at. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. And I'll see y'all next week.